problem. You are live. Wow.
Oh, why can't you see? It was all because of me. And all I want is to be free. And finally I can be free. Can you say that? Disappeared. Can you say that? I wasn't there for you. Can you say that? That's what I'm looking for.
We're live.
All right.
Hi,
Hey,
Harry.
everybody. How's it going? With me tonight, as always, I have my lovely co-hosts, Mina, and Filia Noctis.
Hello, my beautiful nightmares. I mean, hauntlings.
Hello, my nectophiliacs.
That one.
I
And
messed that up.
with me today, we
Yeah,
have...
you did.
Right? And with me tonight, we have Director Shadow with us. How you doing, man?
I'm doing very well.
Cool.
Welcome to the tavern.
Thank you.
Have a seat.
I am sitting.
I
got some blood wine over
So
there.
it is. Oh, blood wine. Oh, yes.
Good year.
I'm a snifter of blood wine. Warm it over the candles.
I do hope it's a good year.
It is. Only the best.
So,
Which means it's 1986, because that's when I was born. That makes it the best year by default.
Yeah, right. I mean...
yeah, I'm not going there. Like, sure, okay. So being that this is the first time I've met you, I understand that you are a writer.
Yes, I'm attempting to be. Anyway.
Awesome.
Ooh.
So, do you write short stories or creepypastas, or what's your forte right now?
So I've tried writing short stories. I don't think they've worked out very well, but right now I'm working on a story that is separated in 4 episodes for my YouTube channel down the road. So,
Okay.
Other than that,
Well,
I haven't done much writing.
tell us a little bit about yourself.
Your character and how you came to be.
Well, that's a long story. It started whenever I'm technically still am part of the MLP community, but it was originally a bat pony at one point. Then I made the story where he was teleported in, where this specific character, Director Shadow, is teleported into the void, where things will, or have not yet happened. So basically, he can create anything he wants in that void because it has already happened or will happen.
Awesome. Hair-raising narrative says it's always good to hear from another writer.
Yes, it is. And I will
What's
fix
up,
it.
HR? How you doing, buddy?
I will fix the
Hey,
screen
baby.
title and
And
the
Ray-
stuff.
Oh, my
Ray's
Ray's
also a
here.
writer. Yay!
Ray!
Where's Jelly
Haven't seen Ray in a little while.
Ray is one of the best writers I've ever had the pleasure of reading stories from.
He's a good one.
The bucket.
Say what?
I learned a new game, Ray, and when I get it set up, you're gonna be able to put your quotes into
We should warn.
thing.
we should warn Director Shadow. If you say something that Ray Beeman can take out of context, he will quote your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, well. Yes. He likes to mess with us.
That's fair.
Yes, I haven't learned how
Or if
to.
you stumble,
I haven't
stumble in your
learned how
words and make something.
do it completely, but since we're using Streamlabs, Streamlabs has an application that I can use to have us save quotes, so you can put quotes in there. And I was going to give you permission to do it, and you can put quotes in there and build up a quote database that we can pull up any random quote from. Sounds fun.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I learned about it. I learned about it last night and played with it on somebody else's stream, and he's going to show me how to. So. Oh my god.
Okay.
And there goes Ray.
Where? I was going to give you permission to do it. Love it. Where's Jelly Bean?
Is she okay?
Ray, I don't need your permission. I'm just gonna take it.
It's called rape.
Bring that
Well, watch
butt
your
over
language.
here, boy.
Okay, so oh.
He is just quoting the hell out of me.
Mia's gonna shut up and let Steels talk.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun day. So, God, questions. We need to ask you questions.
So, you're right. At the horror, right? There's Jelly Bean.
Correct.
Yay, Jelly Bean.
Brought you into horror.
So, oh, go ahead.
What got me into horror?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not really sure. When I was younger, I watched. When I was younger, and I would stay up half the night. I'd watch stuff like what is it? Night Gallery, The Twilight Zone, Thriller, and also what's the other one? The Hitchcock Hour.
Yes.
Nice.
I would get up
You
and
ever
watch
watch Tales from the Crypt?
that one. I have not yet watched. I might watch it sometime down the line, but not yet.
Yeah, those were great.
Tales from the Crypt is one of my favorite shows.
I've
What
watched
was the other one that was on around the same time?
Ray Bradbury Theater.
You talking about?
No, newer. It was on the same time as Tales, around the same time as Tales from the Crypt.
Freddy's Nightmare.
But it was like shorter and more human. No.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Tales from the Dark Side.
Yes.
Never heard of that one.
An Amazing
Oh,
Stories.
it's good.
I'm gonna have to
Amazing
write
Stories was good too.
Tales from the Dark Side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to write that down.
Okay, come on.
My browser's going crazy.
So, do you remember the first horror book you ever read?
Off the top of my head, I'd have to say no, because I didn't do much, wasn't really reading very much at that point. But I watched movies like, I've watched the Chucky movies, I've watched the Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th and other stuff like that, Halloween.
Okay,
And I
so
think,
you seem to be very into slasher movies.
yes. But I have watched stuff like, I've watched stuff like the Slender Man movies, either the fan-made ones or the official one that came out a while back. So I'm also into creepypasta.
Daddy, you did it to you did it to yourself. That's all I got to say. You did it to yourself. You said you like slashers. Every time someone says they like slashers, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a playlist that you're going to waste about 12 to 15 hours listening to because it's amazing. But it's from another really good author, which is Cleveland Thought from Bone or Sabian Lockhart, and the series is Locust Lake.
And it's not done yet.
If you like slashers, man, you will freaking love the Locust Lake series.
Okay, you have to send me a link to that later.
We will.
I'm getting it right now, actually. I'm getting you the playlist with all of them that he's got in there.
So far. Give him Confronting Evil too.
Oh God, Confronting Evil. I got to catch up on that.
Frailty is banging. It had Matthew
Oh, I love that movie.
McConaughey.
McConaughey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, McConaughey. That is a good movie. Frailty is a good movie.
Well, what was it?
Frailty.
Frailty with Bill Paxton and Matthew McConaughey.
I like Bill Paxton. I can't even talk now.
Yeah. Instead, we lost him. We kept Bill Pullman, but we had to give up Bill Paxton. I don't know if that's a fair trade.
Not sure.
I would give up both of those people if we could get Robin Williams back.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
yeah, I can.
Definitely.
Defoe. Oh, William Defoe. Yes, yeah. William Defoe. Very good actor.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. You know, that was something that we were talking about. Well, no, I was talking about with Dexter when he was in here a few minutes ago. This is going to sound so morbid. We've lost these people that we watch on screen, and they're still there. They're still there for us. We can still watch them. We can still see them, see their stories. Authors that we've enjoyed, we can still read their books, still hear their voices. You know, like Stan Lee, or in some cases Stephen King, they're in the movie about their story, or that is around the characters they created, and we still have them in that form. So it's almost like they're still with us. It's almost like they've reached immortality to still be that way.
In a way, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
And it's nice to think about that, because, you know, you think, oh, so-and-so died, there goes, you know, David Bowie died, there goes my youth. Well, actually not, because we've still got his music, we've still got his videos, we've still got interviews with him, we've still got, you know, as much as we've lost Freddie Mercury, it's the same thing. We just can't get anything new.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
So, you know.
You know, I was watching Christine at work with my client the other day, and I was just looking up some of the actors, and I'm like, God, man, just you watch them and they look so young, and then you look at what they look like now, and you're like, Jesus, they got old.
Did you say Christine?
Oh, right.
Did you say Christine?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Are you talking the murdery car?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I love that movie.
Based on a Stephen King story.
I love that movie.
You guys see they're making they're coming out here soon with a Firestarter.
A new one. I'm sorry, but
yeah.
Drew Barrymore will always be Firestarter to me.
Right.
Firestarter.
I don't think I've ever actually seen
King
Firestarter with Drew Barrymore. Yeah.
And what was his name? The guy who
Oh shit. David Keith?
No. The guy with the patch wasn't really for a patch, but he was the government guy that was tricking her.
I don't know, but he was a great character actor.
He was in the third Exorcist too. I can't think of his name. I can see his face.
I can't either.
Hi, Dexter. Speaking of Dexter.
Well, I think we have now officially said hi to everybody that showed up in chat in one way or another.
Do you sleep upside down?
Oh, if only I really could, IRL. If only I could. But
it's hard on the knees.
Yeah.
You kind of have to hang from them.
But in character, yes, I still do.
Cool. I actually enjoy hanging upside down, but...
So, what inspired you to start writing?
I don't really know. I just, one day, I guess it might have been someone in my family who might have led me that, because they wrote stuff at one point. Not like what I'm writing, but other writings type stuff. But I guess seeing that just sort of inspired me to try, I guess.
When was the... Nice. When did you actually start to write? You know, maybe not so much on for anybody else to read, but just for you.
Really never. The only time I've ever wrote is if I was writing down ideas. And even then, after a while, I just stopped. But with this project I'm working on, I've actually have started writing stuff down after I've already done 2 things I didn't write about, but I've started writing since then. Starting writing ideas and things to keep me in track while I'm working on it.
Cool. What do you use to write? Just curious.
Right now I use Google for whenever I'm typing it out. I use Google Docs, and then whenever I'm writing, I just have a little notebook here that I can just write stuff in.
Okay.
Oh, you actually put pencil or pen to paper? That's awesome.
But it's not really much. Right now it's just like small pinpoints of things I need to that each script of the thing I'm working on needs right now. So it's not very long. It's just like 1 page worth.
Yeah, I understand that. I kind of do.
So few people use actual paper and pencil anymore.
Remember when we had Ida and I wrote out like 16 pages of story that I'm working on? I'm still trying to get that into the computer. Because I keep adding to it. And it's a 4-part, what you're writing right now is a 4-part movie or video story that you're going to have on your YouTube, right?
Yeah. I just broke it up into 4 parts to sort of make it so that way it gives people who are recording it time to record it, because I'm not putting any deadline on these. Because I just want people to have fun while they're doing this, so there's no deadline, there's no get it this time and quickly. I'm just giving them time to get what they need done.
Okay.
Are you going to have it animated or just find images that match?
God, that would be so cool.
That would be nice, but no, for this, it's probably just going to be, if I can find someone who can draw, it might just be the title on the thing, but then it'll just be sounds that you hear. So I'm having someone edit both the script plus the audio for me, so hopefully whenever it gets here that you'll be able to tell what's going on by the sounds that are being played.
Oh, okay.
We've done that. I mean, well, that's mostly what we do.
Yeah. The most part, that is what we do.
Wait a minute.
That'll be cool.
Exactly.
Well, it was like I don't know who got listened to the last of Musie's birthday celebration videos. I kind of spammed it everywhere. But yeah, that's exactly what we did. Is everybody just recorded their audio and then she gave it to somebody else who put it all together and put visuals with it.
Cool.
So you're at home with us.
Great.
I'm lazy compared to some people. I just make a thumbnail and then I just throw that over my whole audio because I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing any more than I absolutely have to.
At 2, Jelly Bean. At 2.
So what do you do, or do you get writer's block?
At the moment, when I'm writing these 4 scripts, PA can tell you this. I wrote one script one day and wrote the next one the next day because this idea has been in my head for so long that I've never wrote it out on anything. So everything from the beginning all the way to the end is just set out in a line in my head.
Yeah, he's hammering them out.
It's not complete in your head.
Actually, today, I have PA can say, I've finished the 3rd script already, and I just need to finish up one more script, and it'll be ready to record, audio, cut together, and throw into the video format.
Awesome.
Here's a little spoiler. Here's a little spoiler for you, but not spoiler. PA's in it, so you guys should watch it.
Yep.
Oh, well, God, if PA's in it, I don't know.
We might not want to do that. I mean,
Oh, believe me, his story has a tragic plot. I believe me, it is very tragic.
Oh no!
If you kill him off, that's awesome.
Everybody dies.
I get killed off and everything, so I mean, you know, it's par for the course.
Right?
At this case, I'm the Sean Bean of the fucking horror community. I get a part just to die in like 10 minutes in.
Oh, PA, be happy. You're not the first one to die. The first person who dies doesn't even talk.
Wow.
Okay. Ray says at the Nevermore Collective, what is the capacity within your head in regards to ideas? Is there any ideas that you can't put to pen with a ruler? With a rule? Yeah, with a ruler. What the?
No,
What?
I understand exactly what he's
Penis.
talking
That
about.
is your answer.
Can someone simplify it for me?
What he wants to know is what is the capacity of the ideas in your head for projects? Is there anything that you either won't or can't put down on paper right now? And don't know if you'll ever be able to in the future.
Yeah, I guess there is.
Are you talking about lines that we won't cross?
In a way, yeah.
Pedophilia.
Do I need to answer that question?
Okay, with stuff like I sort of more go for slasher type stuff. So there's no like R word, there's no P word, there's no anything along those lines. Even with if things like kids, I won't do nothing with that at all.
Okay.
I always focus more on grown-ups because it seems like anything bad ever happens in a film, it's either an almost grown-up or an adult that's in danger.
Right.
So I'm sort of sticking with that. And as for stuff like that, I won't ever put that down in my head and on paper. But if I write a story where there's a dead girl or a dead child, then I'll do something like that. If it's already a child that's already been either killed or something like that, I'll go with that.
Okay. The P word. I'm trying to think of a.
Has to do with adults and kids.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I had a word in my head and I couldn't find it.
It rhymes with Speedo.
Yeah, and starts with a P. Okay. Jellybean, we've actually been asking your question even though you weren't here. But we'll go ahead and ask it now. If you are completely alone in your house, there's no animals, there's no people. It's just you.
Okay.
And you're here,
I'm alone.
and all the doors and windows are locked tight.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a fart, and it's not you.
What would I do?
Are you scared, or do you laugh?
Okay, I'm gonna put this in a story situation. I'm home, and yes, I'm actually home alone right now. If I were to hear that, I would think that the person must be really stupid to do that in the first place. I'd walk over, grab one of my canes that has a metal handle, walk out there and start swinging.
What happens if it's a ghost that farted?
In that case, I'm gonna start praying.
So you guys want to hear a writing prompt that I was given by a friend, and I already have a story idea for it?
Sure.
Go right ahead.
You are a long-forgotten god. A small girl leaves a piece of candy at your shrine. You awaken. Now you must do everything in your power to protect your high priestess, the girl, and her entire kindergarten class, your worshippers.
Oh God.
Wow.
My idea for a story for it is that this god is a trickster god, or like a goddess of deceit, and so she's telling these kids, like pretty much giving these kids commands, and they kill their teacher, and I've got the perfect death for the teacher because he ate their candy. So they make him choke to death on jawbreakers as they hold him down and shove them in his mouth. And then at the end of the story, the kids are going to lead their parents to the shrine, and they're going to be sacrificed to the goddess.
Oh, okay. So you're kind of like that lives beyond the rose.
Yeah, kind of.
I took something that can be considered very wholesome because that was a very wholesome like little story prompt, and I turned it into something that was just nightmare fuel.
You turned it into a new version.
Just the imagery of this kindergarten, just the imagery of this kindergarten class holding the teacher down, shoving jawbreakers down his throat is just that's the thing of nightmares.
What the? Ray and Jelly are just going off.
I know, I see this. It's wonderful.
We should get them in here.
But one other thing.
We could.
Nothing but chaos.
Not today.
I've tried writing short stories before. I don't do very well on short stories. I seem to do better whenever it's like a long narrative. But if it's a short narrative, I just can't really condense details down into small things.
Yeah, I have that problem, and it's like, okay, so Cleveland Thought for Bone has had 2 of these little writing contests, and he limits the number of he limits the length to, I think it's 5,000 words.
Mm-hmm.
And the first year, I managed to do it. I had to take a lot of stuff out, but I managed to do it. And I ended up winning. The second time he did it, I started, and before I even got past the opening scene, I was already past the initial number of words, and I said, no, this isn't going to work. Because that's normal for me. Don't give me a limit, because I just can't keep it.
Well, actually, wait a minute. Now that I think about it, I did actually write a short story one time, and this was in high school. Only one time have I done this, and I thought it was pretty good. Basically, the story was these 4 friends are time travelers, and they basically go back in time to celebrate because they're those 4 friends are couples.
Yeah.
So they go back in time to have one last hurrah before they give up time traveling for good. Guess what time period they end up going into?
Medieval France.
No.
Oh, okay.
Nazi Germany.
No, a bit further back.
Ancient Greece?
No, a bit forward.
Ancient Rome.
No. They end up being in London, England in 1888.
Oh, that's not so far.
Jack the Ripper time.
Jack the Ripper.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now this is what happens. They end up starting to leave the cemetery, ironically, because that's where they landed. But something strange is happening. There's there's a constant strong fog around them. And out of nowhere they just hear like footsteps on the cobblestone streets just walking towards them. As they see like a man in a top hat, a cloak, and then they see something glisten in his hand. So they turn and run.
And it's not the head of his walking stick?
This person chases after them. Catches up to one quick slice across the neck. The person drops. They catch up to another one. Knocks them to the ground and begins constantly stabbing into their back. What do you think happens to the third one he catches?
Kills him?
Disemboweled.
Dismembered?
Oh no. The person holds up that glistening thing and presses a button on the handle. And it gets sent flying towards this person, goes through them, and as it hangs, the person turns around and sees there's a cable connected to it. He pulls it, the blade goes out like a claw, and he yanks him back.
Oh wow.
Oh, interesting.
Then he catches up to the last person, stabs him where he bleeds out, but where he doesn't die.
Whoa.
And this person is none other than Jack the Ripper himself.
Wow.
But he knows how to run a time machine. Do you know why?
Because he's one of the
Because he's from the
travelers.
future.
He is not one of them. He was part, he tells this person, he was part of a group of time-traveling assassins.
Uh-huh.
So he basically, his group were to keep time going in a smooth pace. So anything that was out of place, they got rid of it. But his former companions thought his methods were a bit over the top.
Well,
So
what do
they
you-
so they sent him after someone, but it was a wild goose chase. They took back the time machine and set a time loop. So the time between he killed his first victim and his last, that's an entire time loop for him. Everyone else keeps going, but for him, it's a constant loop back and forth throughout that one time he kills all his main victims.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Interesting.
And the only reason he was able to get out of this time loop is because when the couple showed up is because they broke the time loop.
Huh.
So now he's taken their time machine to go back and kill the ones who trapped him there.
That's kind of cool.
Interesting.
And that's where it ends.
Cool.
They all die
cool.
and he gets away.
Hey, Ray Beeman, Jelly Bean. Do you guys want to join the show?
Hey, Pimp Demon.
Give me a thumbs up.
What up, Pip Demon? How you doing, man?
So,
That sounds that sounds like a fun story. You ever think about continuing it and making a part 2 since you left it open?
I don't know. I might, or I just might leave it the way it is, because I feel like it just leaves enough to the imagination for everyone, because they can somewhat I'm sure people can imagine what Jack the Ripper would do if he got back at him, with how ferocious he was compared to everyone else.
yeah. That would be, wow.
And honestly, I think they already done that because they made that one series where Jack the Ripper actually went forward in time. So
Yeah, that was time after time. That was a good movie.
yeah, I think I saw a trailer for that, and I think that's probably where I got my idea from.
Yeah,
But it had it a little bit different.
I think I watched that movie like way too many times.
Didn't Cece and Timothy write something about like a year or two ago?
I don't
They
know.
wrote something about Jack the Ripper. CCG and Timothy Duran.
I don't know.
I remember a long time back there was a movie about Jack the Ripper where he fell off a bridge with a concrete slab. They pulled it out of the water and his ghost came back with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's an old one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Okay.
Pretty neat.
And ironically, he died the same way he did in the past.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. You gotta keep the death consistent.
Sometimes.
Of course, he can't kill a ghost, so
Well, you can try.
No, but you can lock them up.
well, you can try, but
You
I don't
can
know if you'll
send them on
succeed.
their way.
Some people say you can kill ghosts by putting salt on their bones. I don't know if that really works though.
They'll definitely
Only in
be
Supernatural.
they'll definitely be salty after that.
You gotta burn them too.
Yeah, on Supernatural.
I got it in. Haha. I got one in.
Well, and also,
Tied Supernatural to it.
the when you're talking about the Fae in situations like that, you have to use cold iron.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay.
I've always
They-
wondered, cold
I-
iron versus lukewarm iron. It was cold iron actually a type of iron?
It's a type of
I never
iron.
understood that.
It's a type
Oh,
of
okay.
iron.
Okay.
I read a manga where Jack the Ripper fought Hercules. That would be interesting. I'll have
I
to
feel
look
like
for that.
Jack the Ripper would just have his neck snapped just like that.
Yeah.
If he was human, but if he's in the manga, I have a feeling he's probably more than human.
Probably more than human. Mangas do that. Nobody's actually normal if they're a main character. Not that it's
Of course,
bad.
if they were, it'd be boring.
Somebody just came in.
Comogram.
Comogram. Hello. I'm not sure that I know you, but hello and
Howdy.
welcome.
I don't think I know Comogram either. But he called us nerds, so obviously he knows something about us.
Well, we are here. I'm gonna be quiet now.
I'm a nerd and proud of it.
I'm not a
Right.
nerd. I'm a geek.
You bite the heads off chickens.
No, I'm a geek. I do
Like I said,
I
you
do.
bite the heads off chickens.
No, I do computers. I'm looking at
Look it
computer
up.
porn right now.
Geeks used to be in the carnival sideshows,
Yeah, they
and
ate
they
the.
bite the heads
head
off
off
of
with
chickens.
Okay, the title looks fixed, and it looks like I got the description fixed too.
Okay.
And now I'm not sure how to say that name.
Damn.
Hey, Big Daddy Stone. Question: during character development, did you
Yo,
flesh out
what's
how
up?
much Jack the Ripper squats? I'm not sure what that question means.
Probably because how far he could jump, probably. No, because honestly, in my head, I was just thinking he was
No.
after being in this time loop for so long that he just over time got stronger and stronger with each loop he was stuck in.
That's scary.
And honestly, when I was in high school, I wasn't really thinking. I was just like, "This is a cool idea. Let's do this."
Big Daddy is with you with that question. He asks everybody about squat. How much you squat?
Oh,
How much weight you in a squat?
It's fun. It's funny when that person came in and called us nerds because I'm literally sitting here looking at a Dungeons and Dragons freaking website for like dice trays and stuff like that.
please.
Cool.
I'm like, epic timing. Dexter had a brain fart apparently.
Oh, I have a tick. Remind me, I have a TikTok to send to you.
Oh, no one ever read
Interesting.
one Ray's writing prompt, did they? Ray earlier had a writing prompt.
Yeah.
You spent your
I
whole
chose to
life
ignore it.
unable to fart. Then one day, a squeak within the night changes your life forever. What happens next?
I was choosing to ignore that.
You chose to ignore it. I chose to read it because it was funny.
You
That's
open
good.
the door and the house blows up and you're dead at the end.
No, that one little squeak puts so much freaking poison in the air from the gas buildup that you immediately die. It's just like,
Pure methane.
No, it's
became
more
saturated in a pure methane environment.
PA. It's more like this.
exactly.
It's more like Half-Life. Beep beep beep.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, moving on a scale of 1 to 10, how weird are you? And what makes you weird?
Let me think. I'm a big sci-fi person. I've been part of the Bernie community for a while. I'm a furry. I like Star Wars and all that type of stuff. I love art, especially by Van Gogh and Da Vinci.
Oh.
So, and in the state I live in, some people would probably think I'm pretty weird. So some people would probably say about Probably about an 8 or so. For me, I think I'm not really weird. I'm just cultured.
Cultured.
We don't.
Are we just gonna let the furry part go by?
I said we're no kink
No, we
shame.
don't kink shame.
I was,
I'm not kink shaming.
I was planning
This is
on it.
Furry, I've had a chance to talk to.
Well, I like the fact
that is
it's a
true.
furry bat. I was just
We don't know it's a
complaining
furry bat.
that bats don't do well as pets this morning because we got into a discussion about animals and wild animals being pets, and you know how that doesn't work out 95% of the time.
Yeah, sadly, vampire bats are not the most pet type you'd want. They're very deadly.
Well, it's just that
They're not the most docile of animals.
They
No.
just on the ankle.
You're breaking up, sweetie.
Their kisses are not kisses that you want.
Hello, Mysterica and Drac. Drac woo woo.
Welcome.
Welcome. And I apologize, we don't have all your stuff up on. I did put the links up, but we don't have all your stuff up on the screen because, well, you graced us with your presence at the last minute.
Honestly, that's it. Honestly, that's everything.
Okay.
I don't really have anything else.
Cool. Wait, babies are just wild humans being trained. Yeah, babies are just humans.
Billy, yeah, you're cutting. We can't even understand you. You're cutting in and out so bad.
You're roboting, babe. I got that.
Yes, Pimp Demon, they are wild humans just being trained, which is why the shock collar is the best method for training. I'm joking. Don't ever. I jest. Don't ever put shock collars on children. Put them on grown ass adults. They need them more.
They'll
You're not
enjoy them
kidding.
more. Mysterica, thank you for the subscription. He said, try turning it off and on.
Oh, we have been graced by a Raymond Beeman, and I'm assuming Jelly Beans with him as well.
Well, hello, you two.
How you doing? Can you hear us?
Yes.
I can. What's up, dude?
Hello.
Yeah, not much, man. How about yourself?
I'm good. Director, this is Ray. Ray, director.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, mate. You say hello?
It was funny. Actually, director, while you were talking about Jack the Ripper, I'm surprised Jellybean and Ray didn't chime in, considering what part of the world they're from.
You know, Jack the Ripper's all jelly, isn't it?
Yeah, we was trying to fix up the basically getting on. I don't know, I'm not technical at all, so.
What do you think of Jack the Ripper?
Love it.
You love it, yeah.
I had a friend.
Jack the Ripper was a lovely person, very misunderstood.
I have a friend that used to work at the hospital there in Whitechapel, and where they have the Jack the Ripper Museum. And I told her I could never work there. I'd be in the museum all day long.
I could never work there. Why? That's honestly why I can't work with animals, Mia. Because if I worked with, like, say I worked with dogs, I couldn't do it. And someone's like, why? I'm like, because I'd be petting the dogs the entire time. That's all I would want to do, as long as the animals.
I'd honestly see
They're
you
like,
just.
we're not. What's that?
I'd honestly just see you just sitting face down on the ground as puppies are just dogpiling you.
Yeah, I think
Exactly.
I think
Or
the dogs
someone-
would.
like, we're not here to love on the animals. We're here to do a job. And I'm like, they'd be like, we're not here to love on the animals. We're here to do a job. I'm like, maybe you're here to do a job. I'm here to love on the animals.
I've just found stuff about Jack the Ripper fascinating. watched a lot of the documentaries and stuff like that. I've even tried trying to figure out who did it, but I still can't figure it out.
It's one we'll never actually know, but I remember there's one, and I've got to find it again, but there was one documentary that it gave what I thought was probably the most
Does that have to do with,
probable.
does that have to do with H.H. Holmes?
No.
Mm.
There was in that area of Whitechapel, there was a mortuary.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the bodies were taken, actually. And there was a guy that was working in the mortuary. He was overlooked by everybody, but his whereabouts during that time period were suspicious.
That actually makes sense, because morticians would know how to cut open a body.
And the bodies that he didn't finish with, he could just finish them at the mortuary.
Yep.
And,
Right.
you know, one of the places where they found one of the body was right around the corner for the mortuary, and they said they didn't catch anybody there, and they thought that he had been there just moments before they got there. Well, yeah, he just went around the corner and went into work.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about?
But
Jack the Ripper.
so director.
Yeah, Ripper.
So director, just for shits and giggles, I'll tell you, you're not wrong about me and doing that with puppies, because if I'm at work and me and my client are walking out the building or walking into the building, and someone's walking their dog, I will just straight do a U-turn and go, "Oh, look at the puppy!"
you know what? Jelly literally does the exact same thing.
Quite embarrassing.
And then I walk over. And then I walk over and I go, "Can I pet the puppy?" But like, it's funny because I've walked over to dogs that clearly aren't puppies because they are massive, and I'm like, "Can I pet the puppy?" And they're like, "It's not a puppy," and I'm like, "It's a puppy. Can I pet it?" And she's like, "Usually the dog doesn't like people," and I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna try anyway." And I always stick my hand out, and the dog sniffs me. And if the dog like nudges its head under my hand, it means I can pet it. If it goes and backs away, I'm like, "I guess no pets for you."
See, I don't do that. I just
your new name is Touch Puppy.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I like kind of get embarrassing with it, and there'll be someone walking along with their dog, and I'll just start going, "Oh, big teddy bear," and like they look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, it's literally
so director,
comes out of it. Sorry, I'm gone, PA.
I was gonna say, so director, I volunteered at the SPCA when I was in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the people who was like friends with the manager at the SPCA brought his dog. I use that in quotations because it was not a dog; it was a half wolf, half husky. It was a wolf, mostly. And he goes, "Hey, can you hold the dog while I go sign paperwork?" And I'm like, "Sure." And he's like, "It's fine. He's friendly enough." He's like, "You can pet him, but he won't bite." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And so they go back, and I look at the dog, and I look up. I get this smirk on my face. I'm like, "Hey, boy, up!" And I pat my chest, and this dog, just this monster of a behemoth, just gets on its hind legs, puts its paws on my shoulder. It's towering over me now because this dog's like 8 feet tall on its hind legs. And I'm looking up and I'm like, "This is how I die." And without missing a beat, this dog just pushes me to the ground. Like I weigh nothing. No, I weigh 200 pounds. This dog just pushes me to the ground like I weigh nothing. And I'm like, "Yep, I'm about to get eaten by this werewolf." And then it starts licking my face. And I'm like, "Oh, bitch, that's how you want to do it." So I grab this dog in a headlock. I flip it over my back. I start noogieing the dog. It's all over my arm. And we're wrestling around. And the owner comes back and tells the dog to heel. And I look over at the owner and I look at the dog. I'm like, "We ain't finished yet." And I just jump on this dog and start wrestling it again. He's like, and I'm having a ball. And he's like, "I've never seen this dog take to someone like that." And I'm like, "Dogs love me."
Love me, PA 2022.
No. The best quote out of that one was, "I had the dog in the headlock."
Hey, what's up, Reaper? Reaper's Horrors here, guys.
I'm gonna have to look for that.
I know. I
book,
said hi to him.
But yeah, it was fun. I think that was like my favorite moment working there was whenever I got to wrestle with what I would consider the closest thing to a legitimate werewolf.
Did you introduce
That dog was horrifying. What's that?
Did you introduce Dr. Shadow to Ray and Jelly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it because I had to leave and come back.
That was, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that's whatever you had to leave for a moment.
Well,
Reaper's stuck at
we don't
work.
usually have those moments of silence.
I know. I'm just like, what do we do?
Sorry,
here?
I was responding to Reaper.
So, if you could have anybody in the world, living or dead, movie character or whatever, book character, who would you want to read your eulogy?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Oh, that's a big one.
Let me think. Alright.
I'm going to hell for that one.
It's between two different characters or people. Either Vlad the Impaler, the original Dracula, or Scavros from the Doctor Who series. Don't know why.
They're both good choices.
Did you guys see what I just typed in the chat for the person I wanted to read my eulogy?
Ooh.
Yeah, you're going to hell for that one.
Hey.
Seriously.
But yeah, it'd be between Vlad the Impaler or Scavros. Not Davros.
Do you know what? I like the idea of Chris Rock doing it for the
No, thank you.
But he's got to be getting
I
slapped
had
by
to.
Will Smith the entire time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry, I gotta bring this up. When Will Smith shouted at him afterwards, all I kept seeing was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air saying that because he didn't sound angry.
You know,
Yeah.
I've
You know what I mean?
talked to several people this week about that whole thing, and I don't think. Okay, I think the best
He quit
quote I
the academy.
heard. I know he did. He quit it yesterday. The best quote I've heard, as of yet, was Jada Pickett Smith is Will Smith's Yoko Ono. And if you
Yeah.
understand what Yoko
I
did to
don't-
John,
No, I understand, but I don't think that's true.
I do. Because she'd be nothing without him.
But I
And
don't think
hate,
she has the same
Yeah.
amount
So,
I hate
over-
bringing up some
as
another
Yoko
one.
had over John.
I hate bringing up a different one, but there's a certain court case that starts on the 11th that has another one that's kind of like Jada.
She's succubus.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like Will thought the joke was funny because if you watch it, he's laughing.
He laughs
and
before
then-
he gets up and slaps him.
Yeah, it's when Jada
Yeah.
says
But then
that,
he looks over at Jada.
it's when Jada was not happy with it. It's when he was offended, and that's why I made that comment.
It was like, oh shit, she don't like it. I got to do something.
Yeah, and I have a problem with that. You know, Will was a good guy before she went crazy.
Wait,
Yeah.
you mean she hasn't always
I
been
was
crazy?
listening.
Wasn't that like an interview? And like she sat down and she started talking about her infidelity, and she insisted on having Will Smith there.
Well, I mean, that's another thing. Is like she has no problem with dating other guys while she's married, including her son's friend. Which that ain't creepy, right?
Little bit awkward, yeah.
I not hear about
But
this.
if
That's a bit of a red flag, ain't it?
but if Will even looks twice at a woman, she goes off half cocked. So I don't really have a lot of respect for her. You know, yeah, okay, they have an open marriage, except it's one way. She gets to do what she wants
Yeah,
to
that's
do,
not right.
and he has to toe the line and can't be with anybody but her. Come on, guys. Come on. That's not right.
I love this comment by Ray Beanman. She need about 350.
She needs about 350.
She need about
350. 350. 350.
You know what? I wrote that, but then I realised that was about the Loch Ness Monster, wasn't it?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
What do you want, monster? And he said, I need about
I need
350.
about 350.
350. Can you give me 350?
That's an absolute classic.
I know.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this week has been a roller coaster for me. I don't know about you guys. How's your week been?
It's been decent.
Yeah, our ones have just been busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too busy.
A bit too busy. You started a new job, didn't you?
Yeah, I started a new job and
Oh
wow.
my.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
good?
guess where she's working.
I
Whitechapel
can't guess because I already know.
A what?
The hospital.
No.
Candy.
You'd be good in a hospital.
I wouldn't. I'd be useless.
I don't know. Where?
I work in a sweet shop.
Oh.
What?
So she works in the candy shop.
Yeah.
Who
And
can
so
make a
and so now I have humbly requested that she gets me candies and mails them to me because
Yeah.
candies.
I'm just
Okay.
waiting to put on about 6 pounds.
Okay, Reaper, you
Yeah.
have a good day and don't
I
work
told
too hard,
her
man.
I told her if she needed me I would pay. I told her if she needed I would send her, I would PayPal her the money for shipping in the candy. She just needs to ship me the candy. Give me some
Yeah, I
of
will
that.
do.
Give me some of that English candy that we don't have in the States, because it'd be fun to try.
Ooh,
You
do
know
y'all
what
have-
we sell mainly? Fudge.
Yeah, but you sell a lot of fudge, yeah.
Fudge.
Fudge.
All different flavour fudge, like
Do you have
peppermint,
Cadbury?
honeycomb. Oh, yeah, that's everywhere.
Because
Yeah.
I like the Cadbury eggs, but what I really like
Oh,
is
so
the fondue inside.
Oh.
I'm gonna pay for that one.
Oh, so fun story. So fun story. Jellybean sends me a picture on Instagram of a Tootsie Roll, and she's like, "I've never had one of these. I tried them. They're really good." And I'm like, my mind just broke for a minute because I'm like, "Wait, you've never tried a freaking Tootsie Roll?"
Now you need to try.
I've never.
Now you need to try the flavored Tootsie Rolls.
You know what, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm probably like heathen to you guys, but I don't even know what a Tootsie Roll is.
I was eating it last night.
You was eating a Tootsie Roll last night?
Yeah. Where was you?
You.
Next to you, eating it, going, oh, look how nice this is. And he's like, just on another planet. Like, what?
I love you, Jellybean.
I'll be back. I'll be back in a minute, guys.
Okay.
One thing, there's one British candy I've tried. I tried to eat. I bought them off Amazon, so they're probably not. They're probably like cheap, probably just like cheap ones. But I tried to eat a Jelly Baby. Specifically,
I
a
love
sour,
Jelly babies are wicked.
specifically
Amazing.
specifically a sour one, and for some reason I didn't like it because it didn't taste sour whatsoever. So I feel like it might have just been like
I love
Like a
jelly
really-
babies.
like maybe a knockoff one or something. But I've never.
No, I think it was.
Whenever
Yeah, jelly babies ain't usually sour. Probably.
Because
yeah,
I
that
was
something.
because it was like covered in like a thick white powder.
Oh no, that's jelly babies.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean sour.
I
You
love
need to
jelly
find
babies.
these sour jelly babies.
I don't know. I'll have to try and get in our pack and see if I like them.
Who think
Yeah.
it's Maynard's? Maynard's, isn't it? Yeah.
Maynards. Oh, is it Sour Patch?
Jelly babies. Maynard's jelly babies down there. Look.
Sour.
Now
I need
I'm-
to get some of these.
Now I'm way back in Doctor Who land.
Oh, we found them.
That's where I first heard about them was Doctor Who.
Oh, sour jelly babies. I found them. Yeah.
Because
You know what? I've literally never really watched Doctor Who.
Oh. I think.
Am I missing out, guys?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
I enjoy it.
You are. It
What? What?
it crosses the campy, sci-fi, British horror, I guess is the way you describe it, because some of the situations are really scary. But yeah, Maynard's.
Yeah, Maynard.
So, director, what do you think your last words will be?
That's a good question.
And that's a really good transition as well.
That's a good question.
Mine will probably be who farted.
I'd probably just sit like at my old age and just if I can just say Alonzi.
Okay, when you meet someone, this is a weird question. When you meet someone, what is the first thing you notice about them? And I don't mean like over the internet, I mean in person.
Let me think. I guess sometimes I'm a drama person, so we did this one thing where we had to like look at people and see how they act or how they walk, and then I guess try and copy that. I think is what it was, or just describe how they act, so that way you can sort of like get into characters with stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I guess with me, I guess it's somewhat body language, the way they hold themselves, and I like dressing weirdly, so sometimes I look at the clothes and somewhat try to figure out their personality from that.
Cool.
Not really sure, but usually if it starts off with conversations, and after a few conversations, I somewhat can tell if someone's upset or something like that.
Cool. Hello, Infinite Psychosis. Infinite Psychosis says, I entered this realm on fire, and now I am horrifyingly empty on the inside.
I noticed the way they hold themselves. Director Shadow 2022.
Yeah. We warned you. We warned you.
Yeah. I walked right into that one.
And sometimes he gets me with things that I don't even realize I'm saying, because I'm like, how is that? Oh.
Mia, I will say, right at the beginning, you made it far too easy. I think it was like 3 in a row.
Yeah, you were saying, oh, you know, Ray quotes people, blah blah blah, and then you literally fell into 3.
Literally just gave you 3 straight away.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Ray, I actually have been thinking about you this past week because I was putting together the plot thing for that the collab I was talking to you about.
Yeah, I meant to ask you like that.
And I think I've got the plot worked out for everybody. Now I just have to, you and PA, and I don't know who else to include right at the moment. I can't do too many, because if I do too many, I will never get through them.
Oh no! So is it going to be kind of like you issue prompts and then we just go from that?
Everybody gets the same prompt,
Oh, cool! Nice one.
and basically you get to see here. Everybody gets the same prompt, and you get somewhat of what's going on and how it ends, and that's it.
All right. Oh, nah, I'm serious.
So you've got the whole middle. You don't have the main antagonist is whoever or whatever you want them to be. They are not. I actually call them in the prompt the main antagonist, the antagonist. The whole time, that's what I call them. So whatever you want, it can be male, female, whatever you want that main antagonist to be, it can be.
Interesting. When do you see this coming to fruition? When do you reckon you'll get started with it?
I'm thinking about putting it out to you guys like either May or June,
Yeah, sounds good.
and giving y'all until probably like November, December.
From June to November.
Yeah, giving you plenty of time to come up with something.
Mia, you know me. I'll have it to you in about 3 days.
Yeah, but not everybody writes that fast.
Oh yeah, Ray. Where's those other two parts of that train story? Huh?
Back with that.
I was literally just about to say, can someone check? I think he's flushed himself down the toilet. It was ages.
September Dragon
I came back a bit ago, but you guys are just talking. What's
He
up,
was
Dragon?
waiting for his
Hey,
moment.
Infinite.
Hey, Sep.
But yeah, I took that moment. He's like, I can get it to you in 3 days. Oh yeah, where's that train story at, Ray?
No, I ain't even like you. I kind of fell out of love with that train story. So the next one you'll probably get will be a different story. I've actually got one pretty much ready to go over to you.
Well, I'm thinking that, I'm thinking about everybody's schedules too, because, I know you've got time to write PA Works. I was kind of thinking maybe
I generally write
Sabian.
at work.
And Sabian's got a lot of irons in the fire right now too. So, there's 3. I'm not sure who else. But I kind of want to see what different authors come up with on this. And
You should see if you can get Raven on board. I reckon he'll have a good take to it.
yeah, that's a good idea, Raven. I need another female. Phil
Don't
is
point at me.
busy.
I'm pointing at Jelly.
Don't point at me.
Yeah, Jelly's
You get a
supposed to be
story
writing.
about art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jelly.
Jelly's supposed to be writing me a story about farts.
I'm.
They're backing up.
She's also supposed to be writing me a story.
Yeah, where's your
they're backing
fart
up.
story?
Oh, I've been busy. I will write him. I will. You need to message me and remind me because I don't
Okay.
remember.
Okay.
I just literally message Jelly just the word fart and just message her the word fart every morning for next week.
Or just send me a real one.
Oh no. No.
Audio.
I don't do audio farts.
I bet PA will know what you PA. PA?
If you were, I sure.
gonna
If
send
you
me a
really
fart,
want, I will
PA?
send you a fart.
Please do. I will welcome it.
Wow. I'm just. Wow.
Ray's broken. Ray's broken. He took his headphones off.
We're
Or breaking Ray.
What's
we're
going on
breaking,
with that?
and we're also breaking Mia.
So you've
Quite
got
cheerful.
the 4 episodes that you're writing. Have you got anything else in the fire right now?
Right now, no. Right now, it's just these ones. Right, these right now I'm focusing on until Then after I get them finished,
cool.
I'll work on other stuff.
Cool. I think it's really, I've got so many right now that I'm working on. It's not funny. But,
Oh.
there's Christine Baker. Christine
Hey, what's
Baker,
up, Chris?
Our guest
Hey,
today
Christine.
is
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Director Shadow. I like your little thing on here on Twitter. I'm your host, Director Shadow, director of the Winged Halls. No movie or show is safe from my criticism. Until then, I'm your director of the night.
Yep.
Okay.
Got that double negative really screwed me up there.
Oh, wait. I'll have to probably edit it. Hang on.
So, Mia, you had a quote.
Oh, cool. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Mia.
Well, you know, I did accidentally put that in there,
What?
didn't
Well, I always
Later, after the show, you should check out that link that I put in the server.
I? There we go. It's fixed.
okay.
That thing is beautiful, and I want it in my life, but it's also $50.
Oh, that's nice.
What is it? Oh.
That
That's
hurt
all
That
a
hurt.
nice spot.
right there. Okay, so wow. You know they say time
Yo,
flies.
what up, Steven?
We were looking for you earlier, Steven. You know they say time flies when you're having
We
fun.
were. Did we miss his?
Yo,
we missed
this
his
is radio.
His birthday was recently. We missed it.
Happy birthday, Steven.
I told him happy
Happy
birthday.
belated birthday.
I told him happy birthday on his birthday, so man.
I think we should all sing happy birthday to him.
Should we sing happy birthday? I think we should sing happy birthday.
Should we all sing it?
Oh, you guys can sing happy birthday.
I'm so
come
down
on.
for singing happy birthday.
Jelly should definitely sing happy birthday. I love listening to Jelly sing.
Nah.
Are we
Not
ready? On the count
One.
of three.
Yep, 1, 2, 3.
Two.
Happy birthday to you.
To you.
Happy birthday to you.
You.
Happy
Happy
birthday to
birthday,
Zest Radio.
Dear Steven.
Happy birthday
Birthday
to
to you.
You. You smell like whiskey, so go drink more.
It was really
You look like you need a brew. That was pretty pathetic, you guys. We really suck at this.
To you.
I really like.
Happy birthday.
Oh, Mia.
Go on, Mia.
to you. Happy birthday, dear Stephen. Happy birthday to you.
Now, and now Mia
Like the rest of us.
and now Mia has seduced Steven.
What? I beg your pardon.
Well, I'll make up for missing his
Mia
birthday.
seduced Steven.
Seduced.
That's what he said.
Yep, she seduced him. Steve,
Hey, I do birthdays
Steven,
right.
I'm gonna give you a prescription for one cold shower.
He's the doctor.
Rinse and repeat.
Right?
Oh my goodness, that hurts.
Oh, this is really taking a funny turn tonight, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Yes.
And Dexter, you got him that time, Dexter.
What did Dexter say?
Yeah, no.
So,
Yeah,
okay,
he did say that.
He did say that. He did say
Dr.
that.
Shadow. If you had a choice between having a tail or losing a leg, which would you prefer?
Between losing a leg or having a tail.
Yeah.
I'd rather not lose a limb, so I guess I'd take the tail.
Cool. What kind of tail would it be? Like an alligator, a big fat wide alligator tail, or like a skinny monkey tail?
Honestly,
or a fluffy tail, a fox.
Oh, pig's tail.
Pig's tail, curly one.
I take one of those badass xenomorph tails.
Oh god.
That's a good choice.
I would take something close. Now, would this tail be able to be the size of me? Like at least to my because if that's
size appropriate.
Because if that's the case, I'd have a scorpion tail.
I want a prehensile demon tail.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Joe, you guys are living your best life. You got tails.
Or a dragon tail would also be adequate.
Yeah, definitely. I don't even know what.
Oh, what's up, Dark Little Voices? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Dark Little Voices.
Hey, Dark Little Voices, dude. Foxtail, for what it's worth.
We're gonna get Jellybean a tail that farts.
Buzz.
Oh, am I? That'll be epic.
Really? Oh my god.
They don't even look at the chat. It's
Wait, Pimp Demon wants to know if Steven is a sub or a dom.
A what?
Yeah, Steven's comment answer was
gets him some
Steven's a sub. He's a bitch.
You need to go live chat, baby. You touch that.
I think you know what? I agree with you. I think you would be a sub.
So I'm gonna steal one of PA's questions.
Go ahead.
Sam or Dean?
At least he knows what the question's about. That's bonus points.
I like them both, but if I had to choose my favorite, Crowley.
Okay.
Here, I got one for you. Since we've already brought up crocodiles. So, Director, we are now living in a brand new hellscape where alligators and crocodiles can fly. How does humanity fare?
Well, crocodile, since they're flying, their underbellies are soft, so probably decent. A few dead people here and there, but decent.
Yeah, Pimp Demon, they're
and then they evolve, and then they evolve further. Then they evolve further. Director can start breathing fire. Then we're all screwed.
Yeah.
And they grow wings.
Yeah, and they become dragons full
It's
on.
a fire-breathing dragon.
Yeah, Pimp Demon.
Listen, I'm not even joking. If we were living in a world with breathing reptiles that could fly, I'd be killing the parent and be walking into the den, taking one of those eggs and imprinting on that small fire-breathing reptile, and I'm gonna have me a dragon.
That is, if you can get in and out without dying.
Like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom for you to try and get that damn egg.
But I'd get it. I'd die trying.
Yep.
All right. We have come to that time, good folk.
Mm-hmm. And
we must say adieu.
We're kind of going to say adieu after something, if PA will allow me. Or do you want to do it next week?
I already told you can do it.
Okay.
No, we can do it this week.
Okay. This week, I put out a video. I'm looking for the screen I put together. I got to get it open too. That might help. I put out a video in remembrance of a YouTuber that we lost this past January. Come on. Why does YouTube have Why does YouTube have to do this to me?
This YouTuber was very special to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
He had friends all over the place. And he was just a very wise person. Had a lot to say, and a lot of it was just great stuff.
And I'm working on getting it up here, but my browsers don't.
I was hoping that would take it.
Yeah, I
was hoping that
know.
would be enough time.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I don't know much more.
There we go. YouTube.com. I should have had this ready. I don't know why I didn't. Because I thought I had it open.
Oh. Yes, we also lost it. Demented.
Yeah, we lost Demented.
That's
Shortly
autumn.
after. We lost Demented, which I do a video for Demented, but I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could survive it.
Do any of us know enough about him to do a video?
I don't have the same I don't have the same resources.
Emotional attachment.
Well, I used to stay up in the when he was doing his streams during the night. I was up with him while he was streaming games, and we would talk, and I would read things that I was writing, and he'd make fun of them, and things like that. But it's just I don't think that I have the resources like I do for Schrodinger. Many of you, whoops, wrong button. Okay, where? Window capture. Properties. Please do not give me a forever window.
I was about to start singing. I was about to start humming the Smurfs theme song.
Is that big
The
enough?
Smurfs theme.
Covering my face a little bit. That's okay.
Whoa, what we got here?
I'm doing good, and oh, right, that was DLV responding. Dex is leaving.
Okay,
That's
see you,
right.
Dexter.
Please
We'll still hear you.
It's because we're not done yet. We're still waiting on Mia to come up with whatever it is she's trying to do.
It's coming up. It's coming up. Coming out.
I want the world to know.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hope you guys can hear.
So how is Ray Jellybean's week been?
Good, Matt. Yeah, good. Literally just busy. Jelly's been working. I've been travelling backwards and forwards to London. It's just tiring, I tell you.
How far are you from London? Just curious.
Door to door, it takes them about an hour and a half to get there. So it's about 3 odd hours of travelling every time I go there.
Oof.
That's about how long it takes me to get to Chris's house.
Yeah, it's a headache, but it has to be done.
Yeah.
That's driving.
How about your week? All right?
All right. Have a good week.
Yeah. My mom had to have oral surgery the other day.
Oh, is she all right?
Yeah, she's okay. She just cracked a tooth, and it was a top tooth, a top molar, and she's bruised. And you can see this guy's handprint on my mother's face.
You're
He
kidding
was
me?
holding
Really?
her jaw, trying to get the tooth out. She's got a handprint, and it's
Bloody hell.
dark purple.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's
You guys,
definitely bearing the burden.
guys
of
want
this
to know? You guys want to know what made me laugh? I was reading the chat and freaking Dex was like, "What is she on dial-up?"
No, I've just got so much running right now to keep everything going. Blah 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 blah.
Oh wait, something's changed. I see a new screen has popped up.
Okay, come on.
See you, Dex. 3 hours.
No, it's 3 hours. I haven't got
Now we
it
can
yet.
see what she's doing.
Yeah, you can
See what I'm
She's so
doing.
hyper organized, it's actually harder for her to find things.
No, I know exactly where it is. It's just getting it. Come on. Come on, YouTube.
Doing I don't know. I woke up in the middle of the night. My computer said it had to do some downloads, and I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. And then I woke up a little while later, and it said something about Windows 11. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then this afternoon, it's like 1:30. I'm thinking, are you going to be done? Because it sat at 26% for so long.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to have to like stop the download and reboot the computer or what? But it finally got it done. Just in time. Time for the
Good.
show.
Hey, come on.
It's 1:30. Are you going to be done? It's like, I love you too, honey. Finish up. Oh yes, baby. So good, so good. Are you?
It's like finish up, get good, noob.
Have fun. You just say random bizarre things.
Random bizarre.
Okay. Since we're waiting, what is the most random thing you've ever heard during sex? Yours or somebody else's?
Oh, gods.
It's me as well. Oh God.
I'm gonna go first. Okay. So these friends of mine, or a long time ago, were married. They were trying to have a baby, and sometimes you heard them, and one time we heard, if you don't stop crying, I'm not going to be able to get off.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, that would be really, really bad. But knowing the context, she was just so emotional because she was taking hormone therapy, taking
Yeah.
hormones to try to get pregnant. So
That
knowing
still
what
just sounds savage
transpired,
as
but
fuck.
it does. I'm not. If you don't stop crying, I'm not going to be able to get off.
It was almost better than PA's women's shelter quote.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, really.
It had to come up.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never made such a quote.
It's alright. We're not the police, PA.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. You're among friends here.
I don't know
don't-
what you're talking about. That never.
I was
happened.
here. I was here all day.
We
I haven't left
don't,
my officer.
we don't kink
That's
shame.
saying my matches.
Here's a bucket.
Honestly, I have nothing.
You have nothing? Okay.
I've done it before, but I don't have nothing off the top of my head to think about.
What did... Oh, God. Oh, what the heck was it?
Okay, so
In Mortal Kombat, what do they say at the end? Kill him or finish him or something like that?
Finish him.
Finish him.
Yeah. That's not a good thing to say during sex.
No, it was the phrase.
If you're ever having sex, and you hear the woman go, finish him, run.
I was listening to a game group I was listening to a while back, and they were making jokes about stuff like that. And one thing, the words they never want to say is conclude.
Conclude.
Yeah, so it's like if it's the guy who's like, oh, I'm gonna conclude. It just sounds stupid and weird at the same time.
It does. That is, yeah. In conclusion...
That's kind of like basically. I'm getting to resolution.
Oh.
We're saying to hear during sex. Is it in yet?
Yeah, no. After you're smoking a cigarette and you're like, yeah, I feel really resolved.
Oh, God.
Just had a resolve. Wow.
Oh my God.
Quit buffering. Quit buffering. Quit buffering.
Oh, that's one as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe we need to wait for this till next week.
Maybe we should, and I can have it already up and.
Fatality.
Yeah, that's one as well.
Maybe you should
Yeah.
That's one as
have it already
well.
up.
Leave it till next week.
Don't trouble getting up at the moment.
Oh my gosh, guys.
It's 2 a.m. here. Good night, everyone. Oh, good night, Pimp Demon.
No,
Good night, buddy.
Night.
Fatality. Ray wins.
She's a puffery.
Don't encourage him.
Just
That's the buffer.
just in the Mortal Kombat voice. Ray wins. Brutality.
Oh my.
I'll tell you what. Do you know what, guys? Thank you so much. This is literally just perfect Saturday, isn't it?
No, it really is.
Oh, we always have so much fun when we talk with you guys.
Yeah. Do you know what? Same here. We always have a
Thank
good
you.
time, don't
Yeah,
we?
no,
Yeah.
definitely. We do. Good
I mean,
night.
it doesn't even have to be. Oh, if you get preggers, it's babality.
Reality.
No, if she gets pregnant, it's usually like, oh, shit.
All right, so we'll try that next week. See if I can get it preloaded before
There we
we
go.
do it.
No, that's one as well. Let's try next week. Get it preloaded.
You can make a little thumbnail and keep
Don't
it up
get
there.
them preloaded ones.
All right.
Oh, wait,
Preloaded?
okay, jump in.
Is that what the guy does when they go into the bathrooms and does the push-ups and stuff before he comes out into the bedroom? He's preloading.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I never ever heard of that.
I mean,
You've never heard of that?
No.
Oh, in the movies, it shows the guys that go to the bathroom and they're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Come on, beef up, come on." And they do push-ups and stuff because they're gonna take their clothes off so they want to look fun.
Well, it's like a pep talk to themselves.
wow.
And then for like older people, it's called dial-up.
You
Yeah,
hear
I
that little
remember having
noise
that.
in the bathroom?
Yeah.
My first sexting was on dial-up.
It's changed.
That's it.
The background's changed a lot of the
Oh.
time.
Yeah.
I'm just admiring your new picture.
What back in the new background for the Tavern? The picture on the back.
Looks nice. What are things on the table?
No.
Lanterns.
Oh.
Are
They're
we-
those lanterns.
So are we giving up?
All
Yeah.
right, yeah, she got the screen of death.
There, that's one as well. PA. Are we giving up?
She got the white dead face,
You've taken too long. I give up.
the crash face.
Give up.
Why are you
Yeah.
dead? Why are you dead? Why are you dead?
Because you're making it think too hard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, right before the show, I was uploading a video to YouTube, so I think YouTube's kind of mad at me.
Mm.
Bye, Dex.
See you, Dex.
See you soon, buddy.
Hi, Alexa.
So,
Oh well.
So, Dr. Shadow,
Welcome, my
it was
beautiful
great meeting you, and
heartlings,
thank you for
to
joining us
episode
for
1
our
of Mina.
insanity.
Of course,
Yeah,
it was a
nice to meet
pleasure.
you.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you, mate.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
It's always nice to be introduced to other writing friends, especially prolific writers
Mhm.
like Ray. Very prolific.
I'll
And
just say,
I'm gonna
And
blush.
And I'm going to be looking forward to seeing what you come up with for your story that you're doing.
oh, believe me, I think it will be very, 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 very enticing.
Yes, if you need a female voice, I can jump in.
All right. At the moment, I think I'm good, but on the last one, you never know.
Well, there you go. I'm available if you need me.
Either one of us.
Of course.
Oh. I'm available if you need me.
Later, Stephen.
Wow. See you later, Stephen.
Possessed
Later,
Radio.
Goose.
Bye.
Coming to you live from beautiful downtown Ann Arbor.
Oh, golly.
I'm available if you need me. Oh, thank you. But you got to be done by 1:30.
Okay. This is the Nevermore Collective. This is a place for.
Go ahead. Do it.
This is a place.
I don't know if there's anybody else left in there. You may just be saying it too. Oh, well, people may come back and watch this later. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
right
there's
now,
still a lot of people watching.
Yeah, there's 11.
Okay. The Nevermore Collective is a place where you can put videos if you're not sure that they necessarily will fit in your YouTube's standard equipment stuff. We can host for you if you want to do a weekly show, or you can do a one-of. If you're interested, just want to try something new, get in touch with myself, Mina, PA Nightmare, as the Raven Dreams, 42 Reads. Just grab any one of us and let us know you're interested.
We can get you going.
Or if you want to. Yeah. Oh, leave out of context.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, everything
So
can
many
be
ways
taken
to
out
do
of
that.
context. Context.
Contacts.
Fuck! That's not fair!
Okay, so just remember.
I'm done. Oh god.
Oh my goodness! Just remember, once you've joined the collective,
Please.
you can leave Nevermore.
Oh my god!